In today's show, scurry into the standby at Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Disneyland Hotel in Paris prepares for its royal transformation. Changes are coming to the Disney Parks podcast show, but we've got headline news, meetups, trivia, and some more, much more, all in the Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Uncle Tony.
Welcome to round 3 of COVID's gonna get you. It's gonna get you bad.
Welcome to round 3 of COVID. This is your new normal. Jesus Christ. Do you really think it would go 3 years?
No. I didn't think it was going to go 6 months.
Yeah, I just thought it was going to be like a couple weeks to flatten the curve.
Yeah.
Apparently we was
I
wrong.
think, all right, we'll stay home for a couple months and we'll get back at it. Don't worry about it.
No, that's...
Wrong answer.
Well,
I'll take crazy Dr. Fauci for 100, please, Alex.
Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, believe Fauci. I'm not saying he's a liar, so don't. Yeah. This is just purely my opinion. But I'm listening to a podcast. There's a book out there. Oh, my God. Anyway. So welcome to 2022. And yes. We've got a couple things that we want to remind you of. We still have a survey up on Facebook. Go to Disney Parks Podcast over on Facebook. Yep. We have a survey. We're asking you to please fill it out because if you do, you're going to be in the running for a Disney prize package. Now, we still haven't put all the stuff together. I don't know what all Tony's got in mind, but we're going to have a nice little Disney prize pack that one person is going to win.
Yep.
And are we talking about the changes now?
Yeah. Might as well. Let them rip, potato chip.
So you might have noticed that we did not do a live show on Monday. We are no longer doing live shows. I know, but scheduling and some other things that were making it a little bit challenging. We've just decided we're not going to do live shows for the live show. For the Disney Parks podcast.
Right.
But we are still putting the video up every Thursday. You'll be able to see the videos every Thursday, so they're going to be on Facebook just like normal. We're also going to be putting the promotional stuff out just like normal. You'll be able to listen to it across different platforms. We've got some other things that we're working on. I don't think we're ready to make those announcements yet, are we?
No, not yet.
Okay, so we've got some other things that we're working with. And if you're a Patreon supporter, the cool thing for you is you're going to be able to get this podcast video and audio early. So you'll have your podcast and video up by Tuesday. Or if there's a snafu, you'll get it Wednesday, but you're going to get it before we release it to the general population. So yet another reason you need to become a Disney Parks Podcast Patreon. See, is there any other major changes to the regular show that I'm missing out?
I don't think so.
We're going to be posting it. Instead of us going live to all the places at once, I think part of what we're doing, if you want to know a little insider baseball, is kind of, we want to make sure that we're putting the content out in the best way possible. And I think putting live content out for what we're doing, we're posting it and we're testing an algorithm change is what we're doing. So there's that. Other than that, it's going to be the same wacky, crazy, Disney-loving goofballs that you've grown to know and love.
As other things come to fruition, we'll announce them. Yeah. Here.
We will. We've got a lot of things working in the hopper. We've got a lot of people that we're trying to get as guests. So what else are we doing? I think that's it. For now, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Good to go? Want to keep going? Move forward?
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. We still love you guys. Hopefully you'll still love us.
Right.
All right. So I guess what'd you do over the holiday?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Didn't really travel anywhere. Just kind of laid low, relaxed at home. Did some things around Orlando. Didn't go to the parks. One, because I was blacked out, and two, it's way too crowded. Go Christmas week.
Is this the first time you've had a pass where you were blacked out?
No. No, my pass last year had blackout dates too. Or the year before.
Yeah. So you weren't like, oh, damn
No.
you, Disney.
No. I don't, I'm blacked out for the summer and for Christmas and spring break. 3 times of the year, I prefer not to be in a park.
Right. So it works out perfect. That's
I'm fine,
Yeah.
But then there's, crazy things like, say, for instance, Valentine's Day weekend. Why?
You blacked out on Valentine's Day?
Yeah. I'm like, are you really going to be that crowded on Valentine's Day?
A lot of people getting engaged, Joe.
I guess. So we did some things around town, like Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour. Best $15 you can spend in Orlando, hands down. No lie.
Yep.
Had a great time.
Excellent.
Did some axe throwing. If you've never done that, I would highly recommend it. Most places, I did not know, but will allow you, will either serve drinks to you or allow you to bring your own drinks.
What?
Yeah. The place we went, for $5 more, they will allow you to bring your own alcohol. I'm like,
let me get this straight.
I'm like, axe throwing and alcohol go together? That's a thing? She's like, yeah, it can be. It can be.
That's a glorious thing.
Yeah. So I said to her, the woman too, I said, can I print out pictures of people I dislike to throw axes at? She goes, of course. Bring whatever you want. She goes, we had some people from Starbucks, and what they did was they printed out all the horrible drinks that they have to make, all the combinations of, a latte with no whip, soy, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And they put those on the board, and they were throwing axes at it. Said,
oh, my God. Okay. That's great.
So it was a great stress reliever, but I will tell you that your arms get tired for doing it for an hour. So it wasn't very crowded and we were both on different lanes, me and the girlfriend. So we were just pew, 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 literally tossing axe after axe after axe for an hour. So it was quite entertaining. Good stress reliever, though.
Nice.
There's a couple, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see my bullseyes on Facebook.
Yeah.
And those are real.
I'm still not getting over the, we could bring booze in.
Yeah, because, if you go to a gun range, you typically cannot bring booze. That's
Jesus, no. Good God, no.
That's like highly, no. You can't.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal. You can't even take, little known fact, if you got a carry conceal license, you're not even supposed to take it around a bar.
Yeah.
So I don't think a gun range is going to say hey, bring your Jack Daniels in. Come on, let's have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like, what? Yeah, so I had posted something like that, and some friends of ours out in California said, oh, no, my axe throwing place serves. They have a whole bar. I'm like,
well, that's a great way to make money. So how sharp were the axes?
Pretty sharp. So somebody had said to me, well, didn't you see that video, like on TikTok? So if you hit the board incorrectly, you really have to pay attention because it does come bouncing back at you.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, in this video, and I haven't seen it, the axe bounced off the wood and then landed in the woman's foot.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to leave a mark.
I mean, I didn't have steel-tipped shoes on. I had sneakers on, but I think an axe can go through sneakers.
Do you have to wear closed-toed shoes?
You have to wear closed-toed shoes, no Crocs or sandals or things like that. Obviously,
sucks.
But I think the axe can penetrate a sneaker. I'm pretty sure it could.
Yeah, it definitely can. I know.
If not, it will leave a very good broken toe.
I've seen some things.
Yeah. So what did you do?
We flew up to I'm looking up backstory near my house because now I'm fascinated about going. We went to Ohio. We flew up to Ohio the day before Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve. And we got in and we hung out with my mom and her and my family for a few days. Then we drove over to Cleveland, saw one of our
Cleveland
Patreon
rocks, you know.
supporters. Cleveland does rock. We went over to Cleveland for the day, went to the West Side Market, spent a lot of time there, which is an incredible place. It's just the smell was like crack, man, because they're cooking meats and they're creating meats and cutting meat and cheese and sausages and all sorts of stuff. It was just unbelievable.
They're cutting the cheese.
Cut the cheese, and so that was cool. Got to spend that time with my mom and let her experience that. And Sid and I went over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And before we did, we made the pilgrimage over to the First Energy Field. So we got to see where the Cleveland Browns play. When you live in Florida and you're a Browns fan, that's like making the pilgrimage to Mecca. So we went into the store and bought a bunch of stuff and saved on shipping. And then we went over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we got a buddy who works there who's a Patreon. So we weren't expecting, we just wanted to say hi. And she's like, come with me. And she got us in, and she gave us a guided tour.
Wow,
and I'm
nice.
like, who do we pay for this? And she's like, holy crap. And then we bumped into her family.
Oh, wow.
That we saw in Florida that she didn't even know was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we have a long ass day. So then we drove over to this restaurant about an hour outside of town, which is about 30 minutes from where my mom lives, and met up with a TikTok buddy of mine.
Oh,
so we're buddies on the Mash and Ash TikTok, Bourbon Buddy. So then we got up early the next morning, drove by my mom's house, picked up some stuff that she was giving us, and then drove down to Louisville, Kentucky, spent 24 hours in the Louisville area, went to a whole bunch of bourbon distilleries and restaurants, and then we drove down to Nashville, saw our good friends Kristen and Aljon, and then we drove home. We drove through quarter to nickel to quarter size hail.
Wow.
And rain. We got home and Sid and I were both sick, and then the next day was New Year's Eve.
Wow.
And so we just laid low and tried to get better, and then we started back to work. So that was our holiday. We needed a vacation from a vacation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that sounds it. Yeah.
We had a great time. A great time. You spent so much money on liquor, it wasn't even funny. But the TikTok videos are great.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? I think we're good.
I don't think so.
Well, there's nothing else we can do. We get into the first time in 2022.
The news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Well, now you can scurry into Remy's Ratatouille Adventure over at EPCOT. The newest attraction has debuted. I thought this was already open. Is that already open?
It is.
Oh, I see. Guests can now experience this incredible attraction using a standby queue instead of virtual queue.
Right.
That began as we record this today, January 10.
Yeah.
This change, Disney will end the use of virtual queue for now for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Guests now have the opportunity to purchase access to Lightning Lane queue for this attraction. Yay!
Yeah. So, two reasons I think they're doing it. Reason number one is the income. It's a new attraction, Lightning Lane. People will pay for it, obviously. And number two is I think they're going to be getting ready to roll out Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. Tron's not nearly far enough along to open, but I think Guardians is. They have the whole front facade all buttoned up.
Right.
And my theory only, and if you know I'm wrong, please send me the email, that they can't run this virtual queue in two attractions. Like, they had to stop it at Millennium Falcon, not Millennium, at Rise of the Resistance, to do it over at Remy, and I think they're stopping it over at Remy so that they'll do it over at Guardians.
Right.
Just my theory.
Okay.
I don't think Disney has the technology to do this in two places at the same time.
Yeah.
So
they're maxing out their
computer power.
Yeah. Which you'd think is crazy.
Yeah. They got Windows 98 running the systems.
I would have said Commodore 64.
Well, sure. Atari 3200, whatever it was back in the day.
Atari 3200. Holy cow.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Hey, enjoy some fun in the sun this spring and summer at Walt Disney World Resort. Beginning this month, there are new Walt Disney World Resort offers being available for guests. Important offer details include full terms and conditions, which can be found on the Disney website. Guests can save up to $500 on a 5-night stay at select Disney Resort hotels on most nights between March 6th and July 7th. You can do this with your travel agent. It gets a lot easier.
That's right.
Call up Destination Travel. Anyway, guests beginning January 5th, that was 5 days ago, can take advantage of this offer. Florida residents can also enjoy in the fun. Florida residents can save up to 20% on select rooms this summer at select resorts for most stays from March 11th to July 7th. And that also began on January 5th. Don't forget, separate theme park admission and reservation are required in order to enjoy the parks. And this is in line with the guidance from the CDC. Walt Disney World Resort has implemented health and safety protocols for the resort. So we took advantage of this. We took advantage of Grand Destino in June and Poop Century in July.
Poop Century.
Oh, there's not two O's in there? Okay.
Oh, dude, that should be a contest. We should do this on Facebook.
Yeah.
Take your favorite Disney resort
and add a vowel.
Add a vowel or add a verb. Change one name with a verb. So like the Poop Century Resort.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, both of them turned out very, very inexpensive. So if you're looking to come for the summer, take advantage. And they haven't lifted all their crazy change cancellation policies. I mean, most of them can be canceled for a full refund. If you do pay for the entire thing, or if you just leave a deposit, you can get your deposit back. So take advantage.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Definitely reach out to our friends over at Destinations to Travel.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell them you want to take advantage of the Florida
resident annual pass holders and regular discounts.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of reasons for people to go to Disney theme parks. One of them has got to be now over at Hong Kong Disneyland, where you could get the first ever in-park live orchestra performance.
Ooh.
Yeah, let that sink in for a sec. Hong Kong Disneyland's Castle of Magical Dreams is the backdrop for this amazing world-class orchestra performance. The resort presented its first ever live performance of a magical nighttime symphony by the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra in front of the castle, with Mickey Mouse and other beloved Disney friends by their side. Frozen characters with First Time in Forever. Jeez. They've taken the in for out, so it says first ever in-park live orchestra performance under conductor Chu Sang Hai's lead. Musical director CJ Javier joined in the fun as a guest pianist for the live performance with popular Disney songs and Christmas songs. This is interesting.
I've never. The question is, would this go over well in the States?
I think it absolutely would.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a lot? Is this going to be like a recurring thing that's going to happen like every night?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's a one and done.
Yeah, I think it would go over extremely well. Mm-hmm. I mean, just think about all the places that they could do those performances. Like if they did a like a live performance, staged it in front of the castle or in front of the Tree of Life.
Or any one of the 800 theaters, Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, what would be really cool.
Rivers of Light or whatever they're calling that place there in Animal Kingdom. Would the music be too loud for the animals? Would we have to get them earmuffs?
Disney, here you go. Here's one for you. An evening with John Williams featuring his most popular songs inside the theater, the Indiana Jones Stunt Theater, where they just have them come in and they drop a backdrop and then they play and they have John Williams come out and conduct.
Yeah, they did do something like this. They did the Pixar live, which was a live orchestra with Pixar movies playing, and I, was lucky enough to get tickets to that. So it wasn't free. We had to buy a ticket, which was weird to do. But anyway.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
So also over at Hong Kong, there are exciting new changes coming at the Explorers Club. And that's not the Explorers Club like we have or had. This is inspired by Lord Henry Misc. And if you go back in our archive, you can listen to Steve Stanton, who did the voice of Lord Henry Misc Adventure. Around the world, there have been exciting makeovers at the Explorers Club restaurant at Hong Kong Disneyland, which now features a semi-buffet serving format with exquisite ingredients from different countries and cultures, as well as an exhibition of mementos and correspondence between Lord Henry and his international friends. Imagineers from Hong Kong Design and Show Quality, that's DSQ to them, this team took on the exhilarating opportunity in adding new display graphics, props, and illustrations in an effort to enhance the inclusivity and relevance of the attraction. Okay. With Denten C as producer and Kendall Elliott as art director, the new display showcased Lord Henry's keen passion in making new friends and appreciating cultures around the world, as well as reinforcing the Society of Explorer Adventures, that's CSEA, to you and me. Objectives of expanding human knowledge and cultural awareness. The new changes at the Explorers Club restaurant at Hong Kong Disneyland guests may already be familiar with Lord Henry Misc, the proprietor of Mystic Point and the esteemed member of C. The secret society connects many of the characters and stories of the Disney theme park attractions around the world. Explorers Club Restaurant is gathering a place for Lord Henry and C members to celebrate their globe-trotting adventures. There, they spin in their stories and toast their travels, and guests are invited to join them in appreciating the cultures of the magnificent locations where C members have ventured. Prior to the launch of the new offering, Imagineers donned costumes of Lord Henry staff at the Explorers Club and conducted an engaging storytelling training session while in character for the food and beverage team. That must have been very entertaining for the food and beverage team.
Very happy about that, I'm sure.
There are new exhibits that illustrate the C members' passion about their culture and invite visitors of the Explorers Club restaurant to a journey of culture appreciation. Perhaps one day you will get the guests of the Explorers Club and come out and try some food inspired by their cultures. Very interesting. Yeah.
That's great that they're doing that. I mean, I have a little pang of jealousy that they're using the Explorers Club.
Right.
It's something that I never got to do, but that would resonate with me. I would love to have seen that in its heyday.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yep.
It was good stuff.
All right, change the subject. This year marks the Disney Parks podcast 10-year anniversary. Can you believe it? Does it feel like 10 years? Does it feel like 10 years?
No.
It's for me not so much. But when you stop and think about it, it's like,
Well, for you, it
whoa.
was like what, half-ish,
No,
three quarters?
I only missed like 2.5 years.
Okay, all right, that's not too bad.
Yeah, yeah. I had to step out for a couple years, but
Mm.
the thing is weird for me, and this is going to be funny for you, is I think about all the places that I've lived in 10 years. Let's see. We lived in this house, and we lived in this house, and then we lived in that house, and then we moved back to that house, and then we did this house, and then we did this house, and then we're here.
Yeah. I mean, I've done this from different places in this house.
Yes, but you've been in that house.
But I've been in this house. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're marking the 10-year anniversary is on what is that, April 20th, right?
Correct. Yes.
So April 20th is our 10-year anniversary. So we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a special show. We're working on putting together a special show that's gonna be live with a ton of special guests and memories and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So that'll be April 20th.
Yeah. I thought about this last night. We should try and pull some clips of some of our favorite guests.
Yes. I can probably put some time in on that because I got 4 months, so I could probably make that work.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are we doing special to celebrate our anniversary on the 23rd?
Yeah. So on the 23rd, we are going to Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter. We're going to go over to Sassagoula Float Works and Food Factory. The intention is to meet up, gather, and possibly have some beignets. Weirdly enough, I was looking at the menu last night, and there are no beignets on the menu.
What? They took beignets off?
Yeah. And I'm like, that must just be an oversight. There's just no way they could take beignets off that menu and still the building not be caught on fire.
Yeah, maybe we...
So the intent is we're going to go there. What did we say? 2 o'clock, I think was the time.
Yes, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to meet at 2 p.m. We'll grab a table and come out and meet us if you want to meet us in person. If it's your first time, if it's your 100th time, whatever it is. But come out and help us celebrate 10 years of podcasting. The other thing, while John is fiddling with trying to find beignets on the menu, we're also going to try and do some virtual meetups this year. We know it's a little crazy still, so we'll try and do some virtual meetups throughout the year. And if you are a patron and get the Disney Plus show, you know that we may do a FaceTime for our patrons, FaceTime share play with Disney Plus, so that might be fun. So if you're not a Patreon, you may want to join. Now's a good time before we announce it, so you can get your Patreon all settled up. But yeah, we'll do some things. You know, maybe a trivia night, a trivia game, or a Disney bingo, or maybe we'll just come on if you have questions about an upcoming trip. You know, we can play Stump the Two Podcasters.
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be fun.
We'll do some stuff virtual to keep you engaged.
Yeah, and we're basing some of that off of the surveys that we've received.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so we're trying to make some changes to do some things. A, that you want to do, and B, you know, we're all under different situations travel wise now. So let's just let's try to make this the best that we can do and do some fun stuff in the process. And I still think we can do some guests and have a really good show with live audience and guests.
Yeah,
you know,
I think so.
Record a podcast with a guest with a live audience. I think would be fun.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yep. So that's cool. So there's our plan for this year, and as soon as we get more dates, we will definitely share them with you here.
Yeah. Right. All right. So before we went on Christmas break, we had 3 trivia questions. Trivia question 1 is, what is the name of Kristoff's reindeer in Frozen? And that is Sven.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the 1961 101 Dalmatians, Roger and Anita are celebrating Christmas and Roger's first big hit. What was that song about?
Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. She doesn't scare you. Her evil face will. I don't know all the words, so I'm gonna stop. I know the
Cruella
Cruella.
de Vil.
Yeah.
And the last question is, in the Santa Claus 2, what must Scott do before Christmas Eve, or he'll stop becoming Santa?
Murder a reindeer in flight.
No, that would be marry a Mrs. Claus. Now, if Scott in one want to abandon the thing of being Santa, he should have just not gotten married. I mean, in two, we could have ended the series in
Yeah,
bliss.
but I think he's already invested in being Mr. Claus.
I guess. So the first person with all three correct answers was Ray, and it's in the mail, Ray, or at least will be in the mailbox tomorrow. All right, this week's trivia question, John.
Okay.
What attraction was the last Walt attraction that he personally oversaw before he died?
I am going to say Tron.
Very close. If you think you know the correct answer to that, send that to Disney Parks Podcast at gmail.com.
All right. I probably would have missed that because I thought it was something else.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
I always thought it was something else.
Okay.
The Disneyland Hotel in Paris prepares for its royal transformation. The massive transformation of Disneyland Hotel, the flagship icon located at the entrance to Disneyland Park in Paris, has just begun its several months of preparation following the announcement that we had in April. The early phase has readied the site for works to come, in particular emptying the hotel of its furniture. For many pieces, they were made available to cast members, which is kind of cool. It's part of the resort's ongoing efforts to support the surrounding community. Disneyland Paris also donated more than 1,500 furniture pieces to different organizations. That's pretty cool. Yeah. This is translated from French, isn't it?
Yes.
Disneyland Paris continues its strategy of enhancing the guest experience through innovation and commitment to excellence by infusing more Disney franchises and storytelling into the five-star hotel. Guests will then be welcomed with a renewed and immersive experience. They're going to say, when it reopens, the Disneyland Hotel will take on a royal theme and will become the true kingdom of many Disney princes and princesses. The beautifully decorated rooms and suites will draw inspiration from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, as well as newer hits like Tangled and Frozen. New guest rooms will benefit from magical Disney touches like the Tangled-inspired mirror. At the same time, all hotel areas will be upgraded and redesigned to offer enhanced accommodations with upgraded technologies from online check-in to in-room connectivity. There will also be...
Wait. They don't have online check-in yet?
Mm-mm.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, it is 2022.
And in-room connectivity.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I found that out the hard way.
So, wait, in the room there's no Wi-Fi? Ouch.
There will also be expansions to the boutique and fitness areas, featuring an extended pool, spa, and gym. For younger guests, the Disney Princess for a Day experience will return with a reimagined comeback, providing even more royal experiences. The culinary offerings will be improved and even extend into the lobby, which is amazing. An additional lounge is also being created to provide hotel guests with even more chances to drink their day away, along with tasty food and beverage offerings. Yeah. The enchanting redesign of the hotel is sure to surprise and delight both loyal and new guests in search of immersion and impeccable service at the Disneyland Paris Hotel. I loved that this is translated from French because Disney would never say loyal.
Yeah, right.
You know, but yeah, I mean, this resort is gorgeous. But like most of the resorts when I was there, God, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Feels like a decade. It was run down.
Right.
So they were upgrading the different resorts, and then like the New York resort was transformed into the Marvel resort.
Right.
And I don't remember there being Wi-Fi in the room.
Right.
I think I had to go to the lobby for
Ouch.
Wi-Fi.
That's crazy.
And it was a long haul to the lobby.
Yeah,
by the way.
Sure. All right, hey, the Festival of the Arts is underway, or the Festival of the Farts, as I'd like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Disney on Broadway is back this year in a big way, so I would say go out and support these poor people. Disney's paying them, but go out and support them anyway. And now they're announcing the dining packages and all the deets that go with it. So guests can choose from 4 participating restaurants at EPCOT for either lunch or dinner. No breakfast this year.
Right.
Each package will include a appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, or 1 full buffet where applicable. You're guaranteed 1 seat per person at the Disney Broadway concert series held that same day. So you can't dine today and go see the show tomorrow.
Right.
The pricing and the 4 places are as follows. Beer Garden is number 1. Choice number 1, and that's $57 for adults and $32 for the kiddos. Coral Reef is $69 for the adult and $22 for the kids. Garden Grill is $66 for the adult and $43 for the kid. And last but not least, Rose and Crown, $58 for the adult and $22 for the kids. Reservations are strongly recommended and can be made up to 60 days prior to your visit via the My Disney Experience app or on the official Disney World website. So this is kind of new-ish, where you can make these reservations now online. And it will say something like FODA, Festival of the Arts Dining, when you get it in the My Disney Experience app. Some important details that you would need to know about doing this. You need to enter EPCOT. Both you need a theme park reservation and a valid park admission in order to do this. That's important.
Yeah.
Advanced reservations are highly recommended, obviously. Dining reservations must begin at least 2.5 hours before the showtime. This way you just can't say, oh, I gotta go.
Right.
Reservations require a credit card guarantee. Guests should check into their dining reservation 15 minutes prior to reservation. Dining packages are paid for at the individual restaurant. Guaranteed concert seating badges for the American Gardens Theater will be provided by the restaurant you attend.
Right.
Guests with dining packages will enter the American Gardens Theater in a separate queue from the standby queue and will be seated on a first-come, first-served basis. And all those people are guaranteed a seat. So they will accommodate all those seats before they put in standby queue people, is what they're saying. And that's the way it's been the last couple of years at least.
Yeah.
Guests who have not reserved a Disney on Broadway concert series package will be seated at the Disney on Broadway concert series on a first-come, first-served basis, and seating is based upon availability due to limited capacity. So I'm sure with the new COVID restrictions, they are going to, if I were you and you want to see any of these, I would just make a dining reservation. Suck it up, because that's, yes, you can see and hear this from the back, American Garden, but if you want to see, up close, I highly recommend getting a dining package.
Right. Absolutely.
We've done it.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done it a few times, but we've also done it when it was other stuff too, which is, the dining package is completely worth it. Completely
you're going to eat anyway. You're going to have dinner.
You gotta eat. Gotta eat. Okay. All right, the Sunshine Flyer is going to be launching themed airport transportation to Disney World. Heyo. Transportation man.
Wait, have you seen these buses?
Yes.
They are awesome.
Yeah, totally cool.
Yeah.
Transportation Management Services announced the launch of the Sunshine Flyer, a themed motor coach bus experience that will transport guests from the Orlando International Airport to Walt Disney World. I wonder if we could get them on the
Yeah.
the list
Yeah,
of
maybe.
people that we talked about.
Yeah.
The service will offer a convenient and cost-effective mode of transportation, allowing guests to start the magic of their Disney vacation from the moment they step off the plane. With 25 years of experience as a large events transportation company, TMS is primed to offer a streamlined and well-executed service through the Sunshine Flyer. The Sunshine Flyer buses are a late model premium motor coach with themes that center around old-fashioned passenger cars and train engines. That's the one I saw.
Yeah.
From the bus designs to staff dressed in the 20s rail conductors and engineers, the motor coaches effectively serve as time machines, offering a glimpse of the 20s rail travel. Sunshine Flyer will serve. I lost it right here. Page break. The Sunshine Flyer will begin service from Orlando to Disney February 1st of 2022. The bus service at all Disney resorts are complete with a bathroom, USB chargers, and 3-point seatbelts for the comfort and safety of all guests. Ahead of travel, guests will book their tickets online and receive a QR code that they can scan once arriving, to MCO, which will ensure smooth timing and departures to the resorts. Tickets for the Sunshine Flyer must be booked at least 4 days ahead of time. Check this out. Tickets are $17 per person, per adult, $12.50 per child each way. For more information, you can go to sunshineflyer.com.
Yep. And this is very much in line with Mears Connect.
Yes.
Yeah, so
but the opportunity to have that really cool experience though.
Yeah. I didn't see any pictures of inside the bus. And the other thing that had me, I was like, a 3-point seatbelt, so they're talking this way and then a crotch thing too? I'm like how fast is this bus moving that I need a 3-point harness in my seat?
Around here, 3-point.
It's usually doop, and then up through the crotch. That's the 3-point. Yeah.
I got awkward.
Yeah, a little bit. That's what I'm thinking.
So a regular seatbelt is 2 points.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Yeah, me too.
There is a picture. It looks like the kid's got a regular seatbelt covering in the picture.
Yeah.
Anywho, cool. I have to check that out. All right, kids. For the first time in 2022, how about a little headline news?
And now, the headline news.
All right, first we have to have a little moment of silence as we remember and think back on Disney legend Betty White. She was 99. She missed her birthday by days to making it to 100. Yeah. I know Fandom is doing a thing in the AMC theaters. Fathom was having this 100th birthday for Betty White, and poof, those tickets went quicker than lickety-split after this announcement. So, I mean, she was a great lady. Made us laugh, made us cry. Primarily laugh. Plenty of great shows that she was on, Disney or not. Very good.
Yeah, and she was always amazing. Yeah. But I don't think I've ever seen any pictures of her when she was younger. Super hot. Holy cow, she was gorgeous. I mean, she was always pretty.
Well, if you saw her on the Mary Tyler Moore show, she was pretty young then.
Yeah. That's just sad. I mean, it really affected my wife pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
It's just we're losing our legends.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm super grateful for the time we had, and she will be missed.
Yep, definitely. Next up, Disney Cruise Line update. Cruise date flexibility option has been extended to May 31st, 2022. So if you booked a cruise and you need to change, cancel, or modify it, that option is still open to you until May 31st now. So they've extended that due to the current issue. Star Tours at Disneyland Disneyland California, obviously, is celebrating 35 years of galactic adventures. Did you know that, John? 35 years.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, 35 years of being that crazy Disney attraction.
Being the same attraction.
They changed it a little bit for the Force Awakens.
Yeah. Think about that. They just changed it for that.
Yeah, exactly.
We got Star Wars: The Adventure Continues.
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Adventure Continues.
Yeah.
So what's funny is,
have you ever been the Rebel Spy?
Yes, once.
Oh my God, I always get picked.
When we were in Paris, I don't know what I was thinking. We were in Paris. We were there. We were trying to shoot video. I had the camera set up, and the guy's like, "No photos." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "No video." I'm like, "Oh, geez, God, I'm so stupid." So here's the funny thing. I have to remember. I think the pilot in. I'm trying to look it up real quick. I want to say the pilot in Star Wars Disneyland Paris is C-3PO.
Oh, really? Well, that's who used to be ours.
No, that's who it is now. Yeah, it's C-3PO over there. Here, it used to be... Hang on. Yeah,
But it used to be R2.
No. When it opened, it was a new character called Rex. And Rex was broken.
Right.
That's why we got off.
That's why we crashed. And
then when we turned to Star Tours, The Adventure Continues, that's when we got C-3PO.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So here's the thing. Rex is now the DJ in Batuu.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Now, what's going on in Batuu is canon, right? Because Disney's big Star Wars canon. It's canon, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 2, they go to a cantina, and Rex is the bartender.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I guess he got fired from somewhere.
From Oga's.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's awkward. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Next up, Disney's Typhoon Lagoon finally reopened. So we have 2 water parks open here.
Yay.
So you can go pee in that pool as well as the other one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Disneyland Paris revealed their Sleeping Beauty Castle refurbishment. Have you seen pictures of this thing?
Not yet.
It is really good looking. They did a good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They gave it that pinkish hue that Disneyland kind of had. So.
Nice.
If you're a DVC member, you can now add your DVC affiliation or your DVC card to your Magic Mobile. So you can add that to your Apple Wallet or your Google Wallet.
Finally.
Yeah, and use that as ID. You don't have to bring your card now every time. That's good. Riviera and Aulani set a price increase for early 2022. So if you're looking at buying either of these DVC resorts, do it sooner rather than later if that's what you're just because they are going to raise prices if they haven't already. Haven't double checked back on that, but they will.
Because I'm sure demand is so high.
It's off the charts.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez. Forgive my sarcasm. Sorry.
Yeah, it's off the charts. All-Star Sports is going to reopen in the spring of 2022. If you didn't know, it's closed. And it's going to reopen.
Yay.
Because they found enough cast members to work there.
Hey-o.
That's good. New Disney Cruise Line half-off deposit offer. So if you're looking to book a Disney cruise, I think there's only sailings up till June. So whatever the deposit normally is, if it's $500, they're going to half it to like $250, and that will be your new deposit. So
yeah.
If you're looking to cruise, even though the CDC says don't get on one, depends on who you want to listen to.
You and I both didn't listen to that.
Exactly. Hey, the Voices of Liberty is now back at the American Adventure Rotunda in EPCOT.
Yay.
So they're inside and they're singing.
Cool.
I wonder if they're singing with masks.
Oh God, probably.
Yeah, probably. Or well, they could have microphones under the mask, so they don't. Well, do they need? No, they don't have microphones. Yeah,
They
we'll
don't
see.
need microphones. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't need microphones in there.
If you have not been chosen or gotten a phone call or email from Disney, then you've not been selected. Because test stays at the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser are beginning very soon. So I think there was a contest on StarWars.com for one of these. So I'm sure if you didn't get the email by now,
Right.
you have not been selected. So
Sorry.
back to wherever basement you came from.
Yep.
And then, hey, January 4th, which was days ago, Expedition Everest at Disney World is closed for a very long refurbishment all the way until April of 2022.
Yep.
And that's under the assumption that nothing goes off the rails, literally, there. So,
Right.
but you have to ask, what do you think they're refurbing, John? Are they just painting, track update, track maintenance?
Yeah. Yeah. Painting.
Not fixing a Yeti.
God, no. No, that would be ridiculous. Especially since they're not opening until 2022. It'd take years for that thing to get fixed. Yeah. Look, they don't have to fix it. People are not riding that attraction.
Yeah.
They are riding the attraction.
And if it's your first time, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We have an entire generation of people who
don't know.
No idea that thing doesn't move.
Yeah.
So
or did move at one point. And now it doesn't.
People don't care. People don't care. It's been years. Nobody cares. They're never going to fix it.
Yeah.
And, I know it pisses Joe Rohde off every time people give him crap about it, but he no longer is with the company, so now he can actually tell people what he thinks.
Now is when you want to have a conversation. Joe, what do you think of the damn broken Yeti?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, when are you going to fix the Yeti? Look, you stinking bleepity 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 bleep 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 bleepity bleep bleep. We're never going to fix the bleepity bleep. It's never going to happen.
You give me $3 million to cut a hole in the mountain and take it out.
It's not even that. I mean, it's the money. It's the time that route to be closed.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there would be a way that they could cut the hole, pull the Yeti out, patch up the hole, temporary patch up the hole, even if it's with a blue tarp. Still keep the ride open, fix the Yeti, take the tarp off, drop the Yeti back in the hole, and then patch the hole. And maybe, what are we talking, like 2 months? 2 months?
No. I think I read that the structure within the structure that holds the Yeti, because there's 3 structures. There's the building, the roller coaster, and the Yeti.
Yeah.
I think the way that thing is built, it would be virtually impossible for them to pull that out and not.
So what you're saying, John, is that they built this attraction, put this very expensive animatronic in there, with no way to fix or maintain it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the shaman out of the river ride to fix her.
That's completely, but... Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they had a thing in there, and then they took it out and they put it back. Yeah. Well,
but that's not the same as how
I know.
The
but I'm just
thing, the thing, and it's all thing together.
You think somebody would have thought about that? Like, how are we going to fix this, Joe, if it breaks?
What happens if it goes wrong?
Yeah.
Who cares? Just keep moving forward. Eisner didn't care. He just wanted it open.
That's true.
And now that Bob Iger stepped down.
I know. I got to make that call. I got to get that guy. Yeah. I got a guy that knows a guy.
Got a guy that knows a guy?
That can get the guy.
Right.
That's my hope and prayers. If not, I know other people that can know the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. That'd be a great addition to the 10-year show.
Right. So I think we could just stop because everything else is going to be pre-recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Well, we should both look at the...
Should I hit the end button?
Huh?
Should I hit the...
Yeah, hit the big end button.
Okay.